Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Harriet Wallace. An Elmira man is charged with attempted murder after a shooting this morning. Police say they responded to the area of South Avenue and Fulton Street shortly before 7 a.m. for a report of a shooting. People on the scene told officers that while they were sitting in a vehicle, someone fired several shots at them and pointed out the residence of the alleged shooter. Officers set up a perimeter around the house and eventually 3 people, including the suspect, came out. Police say they found shell casings on the front porch and a firearm inside the house. They've arrested 36-year-old Elliot Barner. He's charged with attempted murder, criminal use of a firearm, and criminal possession of a weapon. Flu cases have spiked in some pockets of New York and around the country. Now, this comes as health officials warn residents of a possible twindemic throughout the state. We have a news crew joining us from Corning to discuss what the outlook is for the flu season.
Good evening, Harriet. So far, Steuben County hasn't dealt with many flu cases amongst its residents. However, the county health director says it remains to be seen how many cases we'll be seeing this year. New York is off to a troubling start with flu season. According to the New York Department of Health, over 1,500 flu cases have been reported throughout the state. That's about 32% of the total number of flu cases throughout the state last year.
Last winter, flu was really almost non-existent, mostly because we were all wearing masks and all working remotely and isolating.
Darlene Smith says Steuben County has only had a handful of flu cases at this point. However, she's emphasizing residents get their flu and COVID shots if they haven't done so, adding that getting both could take its toll on someone's health.
There can, and I'm sure will be, those cases where folks could end up getting both COVID and the flu at the same time, and that could obviously be disastrous.
With Thanksgiving right around the corner, Smith advises families take precautions such as keeping your distance, wearing masks, and doing activities outside whenever possible. She hopes that precautions that were used last year can help keep flu cases in check this year.
Fortunately, we have not seen a big spike here in Steuben County, and with some mask usage this year as well, hopefully those numbers will stay down.
Matt Kleinden's Big Fox, WYDC in Corning.
Tonight, someone in the Southern Tier is a big winner of the New York Lottery. On Saturday, the game-winning Take 5 ticket was sold at the Speedway gas station along South Main Street in Horseheads. The ticket is worth over $10,000. That's according to the New York Lottery. Prizes won in the lottery can be claimed up to a year from the initial drawing. Elmira police released the official numbers from the city's first gun buyback event last month. Police recovered a total of 69 guns, 30 of which were handguns. An AK-47 assault rifle was also turned in, as well as a gun that had been stolen from a car in Southport. That was back in 2018. As of today, the Elmira police have removed over 170 guns from the streets. A community reeling in the wake of the deadly incident at the Waukesha, Wisconsin Christmas parade. 5 people ranging from age 52 to 81 were killed and 48 others, including 2 children, injured when the driver of an SUV plowed into the parade, turning a joyous holiday parade into a tragedy. Madeline Rivera is in Waukesha, Wisconsin with the latest.
Last night, our wonderful Waukesha parade became the scene of a horrific tragedy. Last night, lives were lost during the middle of what should have been a celebration.
Authorities working to determine whether the SUV driver who plowed through a Christmas parade was fleeing from another crime at the time. Waukesha police questioning Daryl Brooks, who was behind the wheel during the rampage.
At this time, the Waukesha Police Department is referring 5 counts of first-degree intentional homicide with additional charges based on the investigation.
Brooks has a long criminal history that includes numerous violent felonies, with 2 cases currently open in the state, and was released from jail on November 19th. The 39-year-old taken into custody after an officer opened fire to try to stop the vehicle.
Didn't stop at all. Just kept going, running over people the entire time.
The 59th annual parade, with the theme Comfort and Joy, turned into terror and tragedy as the red SUV sped through a barricade and plowed into the crowd, killing a handful of people and injuring dozens of others, including 18 kids who were taken to Children's Hospital of Wisconsin.
Ranging from ages 3 to 16 years of age, which include 3 sets of siblings.
A number of children remain critical, and among the dead, members of the Milwaukee Dancing Grannies. The organization saying in part, quote, "Those who died were extremely passionate grannies. They were the glue held us together."
New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio was asked about security for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade following the tragedy in Wisconsin. Here's what he had to say.
It's tragic and horrible what happened in Wisconsin, but I will tell you, NYPD for years and years has planned for very careful security around the parade. It's something we talk about the night before. We give an update every year on what's going on, but very meticulous efforts have been made to prepare.
We're learning more about the impeachment investigation into former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. The State Assembly Judiciary Committee released its findings from the investigation today. The 45-page report looked into sexual harassment allegations against Cuomo, as well as the controversy his administration faced over discrepancies in reported COVID-19 deaths in nursing homes. It also details findings from hostile work environment claims and its investigation into Cuomo's pandemic leadership book deal. The probe was launched over 8 months ago, but was suspended in August after Cuomo resigned. The committee is still allowing investigators to publish the report for the public. Police in New York City are searching for a suspect after a man was stabbed and killed Sunday morning while on a train near Penn Station. Kieran Dillon reports.
Police have released these surveillance images of a man wanted in connection to the fatal subway stabbing. The suspect is described as around 5'9", 185 pounds with a medium build.
It's just scary, isn't it? Like it's a frightening thing to think that you take the train every day and think that it would be unsafe.
That's super sad. It's terrible. It's a terrible thing to happen.
Police say the stabbing happened around 12:30 Sunday morning. Sources say the 32-year-old victim was on a northbound 2 train when another man approached him as the train neared Penn Station. The victim was then stabbed in the neck. He was taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. The incident has left subway riders horrified.
I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe at all on the train. I'm afraid to get on the train. I took a chance today after hearing what happened.
Sources say the victim, who was from the Bronx, was homeless but was previously a patient at Kings County Hospital's Psychiatric Center. Investigators say the attack appears to have been unprovoked. They do not believe the two men knew each other. Subway riders say they will be more aware of their surroundings as a result of the violence.
Being alert is, maybe like sleeping, also listening to music, things like that. I think people just need to realize that subways are so dangerous.
I try not to sleep on the train and usually keep to myself.
The MTA says a surge in NYPD officers along with security cameras in all 472 subway stations have helped make the system safer. Even so, riders say they want more officers in train cars.
They should have more policemen. They said that they're going to have in the stations, and I haven't seen them.
More police down there, I think would be the most important thing. Just keep an eye out on things. Things happen when there's no watchful eye.
And still ahead, Adam Bowles has your Big Fox forecast. And later, how a vaccine mandate could impact holiday travel.
Here's your local stock market update from Big Fox. Now, your Twin Tiers forecast from Big Fox.
Hello everybody, it's Adam Bowles with your weather, brought to you in part by William Mattar. Kim has a night off for this evening. Here's the weather headlines for the next few days. We are remaining mostly dry until at least Thanksgiving Day. Mostly dry and cold for your Tuesday. Warming up finally for Thanksgiving as well. Temperatures back into the 40s and maybe the 50s arriving real soon. And then after that, rain and snow showers possible by the weekend. And yeah, getting much colder as well as we head into after Thanksgiving Day as well. Here's a 24-hour difference. That very cold air arriving right on time, almost a 13-degree difference from this time yesterday. So for tonight, bundle up, and also a few snow showers possible as well, starting off in the 30s and then plummeting below freezing already. 25 is a low, cloudy, and very cold temperatures, even in the morning hours as well. Here's what's happening on the forecast map. Everybody in the blue with that high pressure. Cold air continues, breezy too. Also in that very light blue, a few snow showers possible, but very warm air is arriving real soon for at least the next few days heading into Thanksgiving as well. All right, so for Tuesday's glance, 39 for a high, slightly warmer, but still very, very cold. Back into the 20s starting off, heading into upper 30s. The normal high is 46, so almost a 10-degree difference below normal for this time of year. All right, here's future radar heading into the next few days. A couple snow showers possible for late this evening. Also for early tomorrow morning, a few snow showers possible as well. Very cold air in place, but we are remaining mostly dry as we head to Tuesday and also Wednesday and Thursday too. And I don't really see any rain chances for most of Thanksgiving until Thanksgiving evening, where we do have a chance for rain and snow showers possible. Here's a recap. Periods of snow towards dawn time. 25 for a low for tonight. Very cold air. Also cold for tomorrow too. 39. A few showers possible. Plummeting temperatures once again. Here's your 7-day breezy, a few snow showers possible. 39 for a high, 40s and 50s returning by Thanksgiving. Wednesday, we are dry and milder, mostly cloudy and mostly dry for Thanksgiving Day, and then rain arriving late Thursday into Friday. Snow showers and rain showers possible for Friday, for Black Friday. Dropping temperatures once again back into the upper 30s, and then by the weekend, quiet and cold air in place once again.
The vaccine mandate for federal employees went into effect today. It includes TSA workers, and there are opposing views on how it may affect holiday travel. Jacqueline Matter in Washington spoke with people from the travel industry.
I came like 3 hours early just in preparation for busyness.
With all the travel and with where the fleet's at, I think that it, and some weather, it could get a little dicey.
On a busy holiday weekend, federal employees, including TSA, are facing a vaccine mandate just days before Thanksgiving. Last month, nearly 40% of their workforce had not been vaccinated, but TSA says there's been high compliance levels across the board for its agents.
We don't have the final figures on that just yet. But we do not expect that the vaccine mandate will impact our ability to screen passengers at all.
So what happens if TSA agents don't get the shot by that November 22nd deadline? Well, there's a disciplinary process for those choosing not to get the vaccine, and Farbstein says it shouldn't affect holiday travel. However, travel journalist Troy Peterbrink says otherwise.
I think absolutely the vaccine mandate is going to have an effect on TSA. They're saying that they are prepared. However, we know that up to 30+% of their agents are not vaccinated right now.
Peterbrink says the potential problems could also come down to a regional issue.
Just as we know that certain places are more vaccinated than others, we're probably going to be fine at the airports like Reagan and Dulles and Baltimore. The issue might be coming back if you're in an airport in the South or Midwest where vaccination rates are a lot lower.
The most magical place on earth is hitting the brakes on its vaccination policy. Disney World is backing off on its COVID-19 vaccination mandate for employees. Company executives and other business leaders recently met with White House officials last month on the administration's mandatory policies for businesses with more than 100 employees. The halt for Disney comes amid concerns over possible labor shortages at the theme park. Disney made its policy mandatory on July 30th for all on-site salaried and non-union hourly employees in the U.S. A Disney spokesperson says Disney still believes the mandatory requirement is the right one. Being in a pandemic for an entire year is taking its toll on the United States. According to data from Johns Hopkins University, 2021 has surpassed last year's number of COVID deaths. In total, more than 770,000 people in the U.S. have died from the coronavirus. This year's numbers are about 100 greater than last year's total and still climbing. Experts attribute these higher numbers to low vaccination rates and the Delta variant. Cases and hospitalizations are on the rise again in places like New England and the Midwest, as the national 7-day average of cases reaches 90,000 per day. If you're a Dr. Dolittle type that likes to talk to the animals, a new tech toy might soon ease their anxiety when you're away. A dog phone could eventually help pets place video calls to their owners. A series of trials by University of Glasgow and Aalto University in Finland researchers looked for a way to help pets stay connected to their owners when away. A device is placed inside a toy like a ball that pets like to play with. The movement of the ball initiates an internet call to owners. The device could help with coronavirus pandemic separation anxiety as owners return to work. The tennis star, who's been at the center of international concern since she dropped from sight earlier this month, has apparently been seen in public in China. Peng Shuai was spotted on Sunday at a youth tournament in Beijing. The 35-year-old star athlete hadn't been seen since she posted a statement on social media accusing a member of China's Communist Party of sexually assaulting her. Trey Yingst has more.
A big update, the International Olympic Committee held a video call today with Peng Shuai. The Chinese tennis star hadn't been seen for weeks, though a new video appears to show the athlete at a tournament today. The footage was posted to the Twitter account of a reporter from Chinese state media and could not be independently verified. If confirmed, it would be the first time the tennis player has been seen in public since early November, following sexual assault allegations she made against a former Chinese vice premier. Shuai's disappearance drew concern from around the world, with the Women's Tennis Association threatening to revoke tournaments from China. The WTA said the new video today was insufficient to address their concerns. Tennis stars like Naomi Osaka and Serena Williams have also called for an investigation into the situation, with Williams saying she is praying for the family of the 35-year-old player. Novak Djokovic, currently #1 in the world, had this to say.
The whole community, tennis community, needs to back her up and her family and make sure that she's safe and sound. Because if you would have tournaments on the Chinese soil without resolving this situation, it would be a little bit strange.
Business people and athletes alike have had similar problems when speaking out in China. Last year, Jack Ma, the co-founder of the site Alibaba, disappeared for 3 months after criticizing the government.
2 of the 17 American missionaries kidnapped in Haiti have been released, according to a report. The Associated Press says 2 members of Christian Aid Ministries, an Ohio-based church organization, were released Saturday and are safe and in good spirits. Members of the group were kidnapped on October 16th during upticks in gang violence and kidnappings in Haiti. A Christian Aid Ministry spokesperson says they won't identify the 2 that have been released and were highly cautious about speaking concerning their release, but the organization expressed happiness while still maintaining concern about the welfare of the other 15 people. A FedEx driver delivered in more ways than one in North Carolina last week. Ryan Kruger has the story.
Talk about a special delivery. A FedEx driver was dropping off a 50-pound bag of dog food when he realized there was something wrong with this American flag. At Carla Cruz's home in Matthews, they're already in the Christmas spirit, but right now, it's a feeling of patriotism that's washing over them.
We need more people like him in today's world.
Wednesday morning, their doorbell camera captured the FedEx driver delivering a package of dog food. But then, check out what he does next.
I was like, oh, he's just going to fix the flag. Like, that's a really kind act.
The wind had knocked down the family's flag, but then after fixing it,
he stands there and he salutes it. And I was like, my heart just melted. I was like, oh my God. And just by seeing him, I was like, maybe he's a veteran.
For Cruz, the flag means much more than just a piece of cloth. It represents her family's journey. They were born in Mexico, but came here for a better life.
America brought us, the American dream. We got a house here. It's been amazing. And the fact that he just came and put our flag up was great.
Now, they have fixed the flag holder. That is the good news, so it's not going to go anywhere. Now, we did reach out to FedEx, so that way the family can try to track down the driver and thank him personally. FedEx is looking into it for us. We'll let you know what more we find out.
A manuscript about the general theory of relativity by Albert Einstein is hitting the auction block. Einstein co-authored the manuscript alongside friend and Swiss physicist Michele Besso. The manuscript will be auctioned off in Paris on Tuesday, tomorrow. Christie's auction house estimates its value between $2 to $3 million. The 54-page document on the theory of relativity is said to be one of Einstein's most notable discoveries. We want to leave you with a smile tonight. This is 4-month-old kitten Midas. She was born with 2 sets of ears and a defective jaw due to a recessive genetic mutation. But this does not stop her from becoming an internet star with over 73,000 followers. According to her vet, the additional ears do not affect her health or hearing in general. What makes her special from other cats with similar genetic abnormalities is that all 4 sets of the ear laps are connected to the ear canal. Midas is currently living with 2 golden retrievers, Susie and Zeno. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.